Good morning. I have been getting the reminder constantly lately that the little things are the big things. And I'm going to share a story with you yesterday that I'm kind of embarrassed to admit I even had a thought process about, but I'm going to share it because I think it illustrates this point really well. So something came across my radar yesterday that a cause that I support had a request that they needed some ice dropped off to a location nearby. And my initial thought was, oh, I could stop at the drugstore and get some bags of ice, and I'm on my way to my leadership meeting tonight, so I'll be driving through that area. But immediately as I thought that, I also started to think, well, do I have the time to do it? Is it even worthwhile? It's just a couple bags of ice. There'll probably be other people helping out. And the irony of this is that the leadership meeting I was going to, we literally were discussing a book that talks about the cause that this request for ice was helping to solve. And I said to myself during these internal deliberations I was having, Caitlin, if you don't do this, you are completely missing the point. And I had to stop and recognize that just because dropping off a few bags of ice doesn't feel like it's even making the smallest dent in some of the problems we have in the world right now, that those little things are the big things. It's not just that they add up to the big things, they are the big things. If every single person did one of those little actions, we would solve these problems. And the interesting part is that I'm so acutely aware of this concept of little things adding up and becoming big things because of my coaching that I do. So I've been coaching for about 8 years with online health and fitness coaching. And I see repeatedly the people that come in thinking that they need to have these massive changes right off the bat are usually the ones that either burn out or they quit because they don't see these, they don't drop 20 pounds in a week or whatever they come in thinking they're going to get. And I think as a culture, we're so tied to needing to see that massive change as a reward to motivate action. And we have to retrain ourselves into seeing that it's actually those little actions that really are the big things. So the clients I have that come in and know that maybe they only have the capacity to work out 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, are actually the ones that end up seeing the most drastic life and health changes. So I'm very aware that these small things add up to big things and really are the big things. But I've been challenging myself lately to really see that in all areas of my life and be willing to say yes to the opportunities that cross my radar, and also just be willing to put my time and effort where my mouth is. So I think whether it's health and fitness or working towards our own goals or contributing to causes that are really important to us but maybe seem like these massive problems, it's really about recognizing that these small things not only lead to big things and add up to big things, they are the big things. Why? Because they're so easy to do, but they're so much easier not to do. And they're so much easier not to do because we don't have that immediate massive reward motivating our action. So I'm challenging myself, not just yesterday. I'm really glad I did that yesterday because it was literally less than 10 minutes out of my day, less than $10 it cost me. And I believe that even though it felt small, that's part of what's making a big difference. But I've been challenging myself to do these little things in all areas of my life. So I challenge you to do the same. If we all could pick one thing this week to say yes to towards a cause or a change that's important to us, we really are going to make those massive shifts. So don't forget that the little things are the big things. Have a good week.